Have you ever noticed the heavy inner dialogue resulting from all the teachings you have acquired, like how, or what one should do in this situation, or how to best deal with this or that? Then you remember highlights, like everything is an illusion of the mind, how our thoughts are just that. Thoughts, not reality unless you make it. And so, you realize the urgent need to practice the present moment and stop yourself from creating more bad stuff for your life. Just like Eckhart Tolle teaches, but this is when your thought process starts getting more active and intense. So you move away, and again, you find yourself thinking about Eckhart's latest book. I specially focus on the one with the cartoons, where the birds in the tree are talking to the dog down below. The bird is very upset and dog says, "What's wrong?" And the bird replies, "I'm thinking about yesterday and this and that, and I'm worried about what's gonna happen in a week or 2 weeks. I am worried about the future. What shall I do?" And of course the dog just looks at them and says, "Stop thinking." So, now, I know I shall not think and worry, but in trying to do so, I find myself even more trapped with my thoughts, trying to apply these principles. But how can I overcome things if I don't think about it? The secret may lie in the power of quieting the mind. By practicing letting go of ego-based thinking, you can trigger an incredible shift in your life. The fact that you are watching this video is a sign that you are about to witness the biggest change in your life. Keep watching to learn the teachings of Eckhart Tolle, a spiritual teacher and author known for his teachings on mindfulness, presence, and the power of living in the present moment. He emphasizes the importance of finding inner peace through awareness of the present moment. Tolle's teachings draw from a blend of spiritual traditions, including Buddhism and Taoism, and emphasize the idea that if you no longer want to create pain for yourself and others, if you no longer want to add to the residue of past pain that still lives on in you, then don't create any more time, or at least no more than is necessary to deal with practical aspects of life. How to stop creating time? Realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have. Make the now the primary focus of your life. According to Eckhart Tolle, many individuals are controlled by a variety of substances, but one of the most powerful addictions that is rarely acknowledged is the addiction to thinking. This addiction is not often discussed in the media, as those who are addicted to it may not even realize it. Similar to addictions to drinking, smoking, or eating, the addiction to thinking is difficult to stop because it is deeply ingrained and provides a false sense of self. Many people are reluctant to let go of thinking because it has been a part of their lives for so long and they equate it with being awake. However, this teaching emphasizes the need to let go of constant thinking and be present in the moment. While there may be some understanding needed about the ego and how it operates, the most important aspect of this teaching is simply being present and observing oneself without judgment. The state of presence is defined as a space devoid of thoughts. However, even in the midst of active thinking, presence can still exist in the background. It is possible to be partially detached from the thoughts and thus prevent them from causing chaos and confusion in one's life. In such situations, the key is not to seek understanding or intellectual analysis, but to simply practice the state of not thinking. This state can be achieved through various methods, as you may already know. Therefore, rather than contemplating, it is better to just do it. This involves becoming more aware of the present moment and accepting it as it is, which in turn slows down the overactive mind. This is important because much of the mind's overactivity is an attempt to escape from the simplicity of the present moment. To incorporate this practice into your daily life, you can try placing reminders in your office, home, or car, such as a symbol or the words "present moment." There are multiple ways to enter into the state of presence. There is a state of consciousness that is thought-free and yet fully aware. The state of present moment awareness does not necessarily mean that all thoughts will disappear completely, but rather that something else will arise that is more primary, which we can call presence or awareness. In Buddhism, this is referred to as mindfulness, although I do not use this term because it implies that one's mind is empty, when in reality it is full of things. This is simply a mistranslation. To be present, the first step is to use the present moment as a means to become conscious. But how do we become conscious of the present moment? After some time, we can begin to sense the presence of the present directly, without any intermediary thoughts. Helpful techniques to aid in this process include using our senses to perceive without the interference of labeling or naming. For example, if we see a beautiful flower, we can refrain from immediately labeling it and instead just observe it for what it is. This can help us to be free from thinking and allow us to fully experience the present moment. In fact, as you are listening to me speak, you are able to understand without the need for constant thinking. This shows that it is possible to be in a state of consciousness that is thought-free yet fully aware. While listening, there is no thinking, just a presence. When the teacher stops speaking, the alert presence remains, not needing to be filled with anything. There is nothing to think about, just like now. If we continue doing this, at some point our mind will probably start up and think, how much longer is he going to sit there? When that happens, we can allow our mind to say that and then come back to presence. Another thought may arise, such as, what is this all about? We can allow that thought to arise and then be present again. This means our priority is no longer to follow the thought where it wants to take us, because thoughts have a magnetic pull and want more of our consciousness. They want to grow because they are little entities. They try to get our attention in subtle ways, using bodily feelings or even making us suddenly feel hungry. Then we start thinking about what restaurant we will go to afterwards, completely losing the presence. The thought uses these things to manufacture more thoughts, but it is pointless because we cannot find a restaurant while standing here. The mind can use all kinds of things to get our attention, and if we are not aware of this mechanism, we can easily get caught up in it. It is not just an intellectual understanding, but a simple realization of what the mind does. You have the ability to allow thoughts to arise without being led to where they want you to go, which is often into even bigger thoughts. This can be compared to my dog when it catches a scent and suddenly becomes completely unaware of its surroundings. Similarly, when you follow a thought, it can lead you down a path where you may lose track of time and end up thinking about something completely different from where you started. For example, you may begin by feeling a little hungry and thinking about a restaurant, but end up contemplating the ungratefulness of your life 20 minutes later. If you enjoyed this video, share and comment below. Quote from his book, The Power of Now. When you are on a journey, it is certainly helpful to know where you are going, or at least in the general direction in which you are moving. But don't forget, the only thing that is ultimately real about your journey is the step you are taking at this moment. That's all there ever is.